The 977th edition of the MMA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code MMA SGPN.
Heidi Ho DeGenerinos. I keep coming in early. Heidi Ho DeGenerinos. Welcome to episode 977 of the MMA Gambling Podcast and the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. I'm eager to get started, I guess. Dedicated to Holos, one of our friends in the Discord who's been posting a lot recently. So this goes out to Holos. I am Jeff Bandana, Fox, Daniel Gumby alongside me. This is our second half of our UFC Fight Night, Royval versus Kape breakdown, aka the last UFC of 2025. Yesterday was prelims, almost a complete team ride until the very last fight. Gumby has a lot of hate in his heart. He can't help himself. He's got to pick against a certain country. We'll see how it goes today because there's one Canadian on the card today who's just added to the card. Interesting, maybe not a lot of star names, but an interesting main card, right?
I mean, there's plenty of notable names on there.
Is there household names though? There's no such thing in the UFC.
Yeah, Raw Dog.
There's no household.
Raw Dog is household.
Raw Dog Royval. Yes. The UFC does not want if they have household names, then they have to pay them. They do not want household names. So yeah, we've had a fight added last minute, so we've got 7 fights breakdown now on the main card. Should probably dive into it. So we're not here all day. You people are just here for the winning plays anyhow. Reminder though, before we dive into it, you can get access to all of our free picks and podcasts and articles and giveaways, contests, all that good stuff in one convenient place, the SGPN app. Download it for free in the your app store. Just type in SGPN. All right, so UFC Fight Night, Royval versus Kape is going down Saturday. 7 p.m. are the prelims. Main card, I would guess, would be 10 p.m. Actually, I know for sure it is. ESPN Plus, ESPN2, I think it's on as well. A flyweight main event, which is good. Not middleweights. There are middleweights on the card, but not in the main event for a change. We're opening with the catchweight bout. UFC just doesn't usually like to do these, but this was a last-minute one. 160 pounds. King Green. Don't call him Bobby like you did yesterday. Gumby versus Lance Gibson Jr., the Canadian. Let's break it down. His stepmom is who? Do you remember? Do you know who his stepmom is off the top of your head?
Lance Gibson's stepmom?
Yes, she is Julia Budd. That's who his stepmom is.
Oh, really?
Yes, another Canadian. Yes.
How
Julia
old's
Budd's
Julia
married
Budd?
to... Yes.
How old is Julia Budd?
42. She's
so only 12 years older than her stepson?
And she's married to a 55-year-old.
Okay.
Are you going to judge, Gumby?
I'm not. I'm just like,
yes.
I expected you to say like, you know, some of the old heads, like maybe Jennifer Howe or something like. Something like,
look at that! I don't even know that name.
You don't know Jennifer Howe?
No,
they called her.
No,
she was female Fedor back in the day.
Really? I should have known her then.
Although she's married to Gumby, Jeremy Gumby Horn.
That's you. Oh, okay. I know him.
Yeah,
I know him.
Jennifer Howe. There's your homework, DGen.
Okay, everyone look it up.
Research on who Jennifer Howe is. She was one of the baddest ladies back before ladies MMA was cool.
All right. I'll give you some research on Lance Gibson Jr. Because I have it right in front of me. He's fearless. I know that much. 9-1, 4 knockouts, 3 submissions. He's been knocked out once. This is his UFC debut. He's won 2 straight, both via finish. He's not fought, though, since November 2024. He's not lost since March 2023. He went 5-1 in Bellator, RIP. He's fed at 155. 2 inches of reach over Green, 9 years younger, plus 190. Green, 32, 17-1 with 1 no contest, 11 knockouts, 9 submissions. Been knocked out 6 times, submitted 3 times. 13, 12-1 with 1 no contest in the UFC. He's lost 2 straight, both via finish. He's gone 3-3 over his last 6. 4-1 in Strikeforce. RIP to that. I don't get to say Strikeforce almost ever on this show now. Multiple regional championships on his
mantle.
Correct. Get our shirts, get our merch, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/store. Which Strikeforce fighters are left? Well, we'll do an aside here. Can you think of anyone else?
They fired Guida, right?
I don't think he's around anymore. No. Yeah.
He's doing that real American freestyle now. I saw.
Yeah, there you go. I can't think of any off the top of my head. Maybe we'll have to think about it.
Does Nick Diaz count?
Nope. He definitely does not count.
I mean, he might still be on the roster.
No, anyone.
You don't know.
He's technically still on the roster. That's true. A fighter that fights still. I can't remember the last time I've had a Strikeforce fighter. All right, Green's got multiple regional championships on his
mantle.
Correct. Get our merch, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/store. He is fought at 155 and 170. 2008 Pro MMA debut minus 210. I'm going to take Gibson. I'm going to take a younger guy for almost twice the money. I know he's not a perfect fighter, and I know Bobby Green is a tough guy to fight, especially to debut in the UFC against, but Bobby Green's past it. His ability to avoid getting himself knocked out seems to be gone now. He's getting himself finished now in fights. His head movement, he's actually eating punches. Gibson can hit. Gibson's much younger. Gibson's got some reach advantage. Gibson's he is more athletic at this point. He hasn't fought obviously at the level that Green has, still quite new in his career, but I think for almost 2-1 dog, he's worth it here. So I'll take a stab in the Canadian.
I'm going King Green. I hear the argument there, but like, I went back and I watched some of his fights, and he's just not throwing enough.
That's true.
For a guy who's going to fight, King Green, like you can't be as passive as he is. And actually, if you go back and look at his last loss, that is literally just by him being like too passive for too long, and then he gets frustrated and blitzes and gets clipped. You're right. We have seen Bobby Green beat in 3 of his last 5 fights, but also, can we talk about levels too? Right? Like,
yes,
Mauricio Hoofy, Paddy Pimblett, who's fighting for a title now. Jalen Turner, before maybe Jalen Turner took that downturn. And like, even the guys he's out there beating, like he went out there and he beat the snot, like in a very vicious way that made me sad inside. He beat the snot out of Jim Miller, right? Like really beat up Jim Miller. We're go through the list. He knocked out Grant Dawson in 30 seconds. Like Bobby Green's in there fighting dudes. And Gibson's took a year off and sometimes forgets that he has to throw punches to win. I'm going to take Bobby Green every time in that matchup. Again, the line similar to our other short notice fight, maybe a little on the wide side. Maybe I'm not all the way there on Bobby Green in the 200s, but I do think he wins this fight.
Yeah, you got to look out for a line for an old guy. A line that high, I have to steer clear of it. But like you said, Gibson doesn't throw enough, and that can also be an issue,
especially against Bobby Green.
You see a debut.
Bobby Green loves to put it on you too.
Yep.
Like,
we shall see. Here's a fight we were talking about before we recorded yesterday's episode because it's so exciting.
We had to talk about it more.
We had to talk off air. It was so good we couldn't even wait till we recorded. Kennedy Nzechukwu, Nigeria. Marcus Buchecha from Brazil. They're fighting at heavyweight, 3 5-minute rounds. Buchecha is actually the nickname. He's got a real long name. He is 5-2, 1 knockout, 4 submissions. He's never been finished himself. 0-1 in the UFC. Loss over his last 3. 4-1 and 1 championship, which at the time was the biggest promotion in history of civilization, I think, as far last time I checked. All right, his grappling record, from what I could gather, 128, 13-1. A multi-time world champion. Based off last weigh-in, 16 pounds heavier than Nzechukwu. He got outstruck by Martin Boudet in his debut by 1.13 strikes per minute, plus 130. Nzechukwu, African Savage. He's also listed as the American Savage now as well, I've seen. He's 14-6, 10 knockouts, 1 submission, 2 knockouts. He's been knocked out twice, submitted twice, 8-6 in the UFC. He's won 2 of 3 and 2 of 5. Got submitted in his last bout, which is a concern if you're going against Buchecha. Used to fight at 2 of 5. 2-0 on Contender Series, which is shocking. Dana White used to pass on people, even like light heavyweight people in the olden days. 3 inches taller than Buchecha, 6-inch reach advantage, 2 years younger, 3 times more active landing strikes, and better grappling stats based off of the 1 fight that Buchecha had, which was not a good fight for him. Nzechukwu has outstruck his opponents by 0.44 strikes per minute, minus 126. Gumby gets to do a heavyweight slop fight first, which is good to see.
Buchecha actually fought like his nickname in his last fight. Did you know that?
What's Buchecha translate as? I can't remember.
He fought like Chief.
Yes, right. He did. Yeah, Martin Boudet styled on him, which isn't good.
I can't believe I'm going to say this. I'm going to take Buchecha. I'm going to take Buchecha.
Really?
Okay, so first of all, Kennedy Nzechukwu went into his last fight knowing as long as he doesn't go to the ground, he's going to win the fight, and was promptly taken down in 10 seconds and submitted in 33.
By Walter Walker, yes, of course.
There's
one,
baby. There's one. That's a bad start. And then number 2, like I know you keep pointing at the physique of Martin Boudet as like this like negative thing, but like Martin Boudet has always been really hard to take down, right? Like that's I mean, he had a great record in the UFC. Martin Buday, underrated UFC fighter. Terrible to watch. Not fun at all. But it's like, I'm going to stuff your takedowns and I'm going to throw 6 more strikes than you did this round. And like, I mean, that's kind of what he did to Buchecha. He like just stuffed his takedowns. I think, first of all, you probably saw some ring rust in there with Buchecha, who had some time off while he like waited out that ONE FC contract to go away. But like, as long as he gets takedowns, he beats people, right? Like that's his MO. Like his only other loss was Rogue, right? And it was when he couldn't get him down. Are we really sitting here thinking that like he can't get Kennedy and Nzechukwu down?
Yeah, Martin Buday's back though, Gumby, and still didn't win or finish him.
But Martin Buday's good at jiu-jitsu. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I know, and Nzechukwu just got subbed in 33 seconds. And like, the other thing is too, is like, what happens if Buchecha just takes him down twice? Even if he doesn't get the sub, he's gonna win both those rounds. So like, yeah, I'm gonna go Buchecha, especially because I can get dog money here. Yeah, it's gonna be a really dumb fight one way or the other, but I hope it's done my way.
Yeah, I'll you sold me. I will take Buchecha as well.
Okay.
I wasn't really sold on either guy here, but you know, it's a very clear path to victory here.
Yeah, whereas like what the path to victory is clearness is what sells me to, right? I think that's the best. You just put it really well. Like, what is Kennedy's path to victory?
Should have what he did last. He should have done it last fight. He should have used his length and kept it on the feet, but he got taken down and subbed immediately. So exactly. Yeah. There you go. I summarized it. Both in on Buchecha here. Why not? Heavyweight underdogs are always worth a stab. All right, let's tell you about Kalshi. I don't think I'm pronouncing it properly still, but I know the she part. We'll say Kalshi. Kalshi. That's the important part. We partnered up with Kalshi, a real money prediction market legal in all 50 states. So in all 50 states, you can trade tons of markets in sports, including NFL, college football, college basketball, NBA, NHL, and more. Plus, you can even trade props like first touchdowns. And besides sports, they have tons of other markets, including politics, entertainment, even the weather. Kalshi, you can trade anything. Check out sportsgamblingpodcast.com. I have a feeling Gumby has an article up there by the time you hear this, telling you some things you can trade on Kalshi. And check this out. New customers at Kalshi can get $20 when they use our promo code SGPN. So it's Kalshi, Kalshi, promo code SGPN. And Underdog is your home for pick-up entries where you can win up to 5,000 times your entry. Gumby, give us a winning entry.
Yeah, we're going to go Thursday Night Football. We got the Falcons visiting the Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield's been god-awful lately. I know, because he helped me miss my fantasy playoffs. So I'm going to take I'm going to take the lower than on Baker Mayfield's passing yards out of spite.
Who would have Baker Mayfield, though, as their starting quarterback in fantasy anyhow, Gumby? So
a team who misses the playoffs, that's who.
Yeah, exactly. I got a buy. I went at 12-2 or something during the regular season, so there you go. I have Jalen Hurts, which makes me nervous heading into the playoffs.
Yeah, that wasn't a good end for him either.
No. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 to get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with our code MMASGPN. All right, ladies and gents, we are going to get rid of this heavyweight nonsense. Let's go to a good fight, right?
Best fight on the card, I think, in terms of matchmaking.
Yep, could be fight of the night for sure. Morgan Charrière, he's from France. Melquizael Costa from Brazil. You can call him Melky though if you want. 35-minute rounds. This one pretty much is a pick 'em on the betting board too. So like Gumby said, good matchmaking. Charrière, the last pirate.
Do you know his real name?
He has another one. I bet we can find out on Top Turtle this week.
No, you
can't.
Should know. You should know. You should know from this
show.
Oh
yeah. No, you won't hear that nickname anywhere else except our show. He is the French Solomon Renfrew.
Yes, thank you.
There you go. That was a class. That's old.
That's a pull.
That was a pull. All right, 21-11-1. You should have told him. I hope you told him in the interview. Hey, we have a nickname for you. No idea what you're talking about. 21-11-1, 13 knockouts, 3 submissions. He's been submitted once. That makes him very durable. It means he's lost by decision 10 times, which is impressive. 3-2 in the UFC. Lost win over his last 4, 6-2 over his last 8. Won his last bout via TKO. He is a former Cage Warriors champion and a regional champion. He's fight at 155, 2014 pro MMA debut. 1-0 in custom fighting, which is what in France, Gumby? What do you think?
I think it was just rules that didn't allow you to punch them once they were on the ground that made it legal before they became legal in France.
I was hoping it was like croissants or baguettes, actually, that they were having like a duel with baguettes. No, that would be my type of custom fight. All right. He's been outstruck in the UFC by 0.46 strikes per minute. He's got better grappling stats than Costa, plus 100. Costa's got a new nickname. I see. I want to make sure it wasn't just like someone playing a
the Doberman.
The Dalmatian.
Or Dalmatian.
That's yes. I just want to make sure people weren't teasing him, but yeah.
That's no, it's on his Instagram. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. And you can see why. He's 24-7, 7 knockouts. The Doberman actually would be better. That's kind of like how he fights, right?
Yeah.
He isn't really. Dalmatians seem to be a bit more passive. Costa 24-7, 7 knockouts, 8 submissions. He's been knocked out twice, submitted twice. 5-2 in the UFC. He's won 4 straight and 506. He's not lost since December 2023. Regional champ. He's fought at 135 and 155, not 85. That would be quite a stretch. 2014 pro MMA debut. 2 inches tight, 2 inches reach over Charrière. Better striking stats, more active landing strikes. He's outstruck his opponents by 1.35 strikes per minute, minus 102. Give me the Dalmatian here. He is a dog, pun intended, but he's a dog in fights. I think he's going to put a pace on Charrière. I think he's more dangerous than Charrière is. Charrière is very up and down. I think he's a good fighter. I would like to see him get on a roll here, but I think Costa's a tough matchup for anyone. So a little bit bigger, better striker. A lot of things I like about Costa. So give me the Dalmatian here.
So I've been back and forth on this one, but I'm going to go Charrière. I'm going to first of all take what you said. And I think it's correct. Like, I think the advantage very clearly for Costa is pace and the ability to finish the fight anywhere, right? Like, those are the clear advantages in his corner. On the other side of things, the thing I like about Charrière is the ability to keep the fight where he wants it. So, obviously, Melky is way more likely to sub somebody on the mat. Charrière is way more likely to tell you we're not going to the mat. It is stuff the takedown of Costa. And then also, I don't think he's going to land more than Melky, but I do think he's going to land harder. Because while Melky can put a pace on you, and he's dangerous mostly because of that pace, I don't think he hits as hard as Morgan Charrière. I think when Morgan Charrière hits you, like, you've been hit. And so, like, yeah, the pace of Melky's good, but also, like, Melky's been knocked out a bunch of times too. And even in the fights he wasn't knocked out in, like, he gets hurt and, like, stumbled a little bit because he is reckless, right? Like, he wants to bite down and brawl. I just think he gets clipped at some point in time here by Morgan Charrière, and probably, this is not meant to be an insult to his fight IQ, but probably doesn't think to grapple early enough. I think if he shot takedowns earlier and I was confident he was going to do that, it might sway me to his side. But obviously this is a razor close fight for, all the reasons we just said. There's clear advantages on either side. I'm just going to take the guy with a little bit more power.
All right. Different on that one, but very close fight. Should be a good one. We're to a Cezar versus Cezary next. César Almeida, Brazil. Cezary Oleksiejczuk from Poland. 3 5-minute rounds, 185.
Sort of by Poland. Sort of from Poland.
No, sort of from Poland. Where are they're in Brazil now, right?
Yeah.
Yes, they're fighting nerds now, correct?
Correct.
The brothers Oleksiejczuk, yes. All right, we'll talk about Almeida first. Cezina, little César is 7-1. 5 knockouts. He's never been finished himself. 3-1 in the UFC. He's won 2 straight. Knockout win in his last bout. 1-0 in Contender Series. 47-8-1 with 1 no contest in kickboxing. I think that's just a partial record as well. Multiple championships there. He's outstruck his UFC opponents with 1.84 strikes per minute plus 180. Oleksiejczuk, he's a younger brother. He's only 25, so you're definitely a younger brother. 16-3, 9 knockouts, 2 submissions. He's been submitted once. Durable. This is his debut in the UFC. He's won 4 straight and 12 of 13. 4 straight via TKO. 1-0 on Contender Series. That was a really wacky fight. I rewatched it last night. It got stopped because they thought it was illegal blows, and then it wasn't illegal blows, so he actually won.
Then he won, and I was really worried they weren't going to give him a contract based on that. But I was like, he deserves one. He's so good. Yep.
Multiple regional championships on his
mantle.
Correct. Get our shirts, get our merch, sportsgamblingpockets.com/store. He used to fight at 170, 1-0 in cage boxing, 1-0 in bare knuckle MMA, 2 inches of height, an inch of reach advantage over Almeida, 12 years younger. better striking stats, 7 times more active landing strikes. This is based off very small sample size. He outstruck his opponent contender series by 28.33 strikes per minute, all legal blows after review. Minus 194.
Yeah, Cezary. Oleksiejczuk.
I wanted to get in on Almeida, but yeah, I couldn't.
But he's like equally as good of a kickboxer, only he's 12 years younger, faster. And here's the part where I'm gonna sell people on Cezary Oleksiejczuk. The grappling is underrated. You're not seeing how good of a wrestler he is in his fights, because most of the highlights of him are like his big knockouts. His ground game is really, 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 really sharp. Both in his submission attempts, his positioning, his double legs. Actually, I watched that bare knuckle MMA fight. It was sick. He hit a blast double right into a crucifix position and then landed ground and pound on bare knuckle MMA. It was awesome. He's like a really, really solid grappler. And like that's Almeida's weakness, right? Is Almeida's not ready to grapple with a lot of these guys in the UFC. Never mind a guy who's as fast as Oleksiejczuk is, and can make you worry about the hands, right? Like it's not even like he's going in there and just stuffing takedowns. Like I think he's got to worry about the hands, and then the takedown's going to come. So yeah, give me Cezary Oleksiejczuk.
All right. Both have Oleksiejczuk. Before we get to the last 2 fights of the night, tell you about Novig, Novig. We are also brought to you by them. Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market. Novig, you're getting the best prices because they have reduced juice on bets. Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use our promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. And Rhythm, RITHMM. Rhythm has crushed NFL this season, especially on props. They've been really good at identifying when to fade players and take those unders. College basketball is up and running, and with 300 plus schools, Rhythm has predictions for every game, every night. Pairs nicely with the daily TCE, the college experience shows with Mac, Colby, and Noah. Every game, you're prepared. Super easy to sign up, run predictions off the house model, or make your own and play with these sliders. With so many sports and the holidays, this makes it easy to get an elite prediction on a game. That way you can focus on other things. Gumby will give you an elite prediction right now.
Yeah, you're getting this Thursday. We're going to take the Rockets over the Clippers. The Clippers don't know what they're doing anymore, right? Like they're lost. And the Rockets are pretty damn good at basketball, no matter who's taking a break that day. I see the Rockets are giving them 9.5. I say they cover that.
All right. See if Rhythm agrees. You can use our promo code SGPN25. And then when you download the Rhythm app, you can get 25% off your first month. So download Rhythm, RITHMM, promo code SGPN25. 2 fights left. Co-main event would be the next one up. It is at a featherweight. Giga Chikadze. He is from Georgia. I never really think of him when I think of Georgian fighters. I guess he hasn't been that active recently.
He's also doesn't fit the stereotype.
No,
right?
it's true. he's more of a Netherlands type fighter.
Yeah.
Dutch kickboxer. Kevin Vallejos, he is an Argentinian fighter. So you know where he's fought. And he fits the mold there.
Samurai fight. You
got it. All right. Ninja Chikadze, 15-5, 9 knockouts, 1 submission. He's been knocked out. Submitted once, never knocked out. Maybe I'm foreshadowing. 8-3 in the UFC. He's lost 2 straight and won 1 of 4. He's missed weight before at this weight. He's not won since August 2023. 0-1 in contender series because he lost to who?
Jamal Emmers?
Long time ago.
No, that was his first fight in the UFC where he was gifted that decision. He didn't beat Jamal Emmers, but he got the decision anyway. Who did he lose to prior to that? I don't have it. No, I'm only remembering
Austin Springer.
Ugh.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Exactly. All right. Yes, and split decision win over Jamal Emmers. He's fighting 55. Yep. Most split decisions, you could argue that. Yep. 2015 pro MMA debut, 38-12 as a kickboxer, 5 inches taller than Vallejos, 6-inch reach advantage. Because Vallejos is a short, stocky dude. Chikadze has outstruck his opponents by 0.34 strikes per minute. That's UFC plus contender series, plus 280. El Chino. Vallejos, 16-1, 11 knockouts, 2 submissions, never been finished in a fight. 2-0 in the UFC. He's won 5 straight. He's not lost since September 2023. 1-1 in contender series. Who did you lose to the first time? And then
Gian Silva.
There you go. Good loss.
And he beat Cam Teague too by vicious knockout, who then was forced to fight Larian Douglas the next year.
Yes. Yeah. Not nice. He's a 2-time Samurai Fight House champion. He's fought at 135 and 155. 13 years younger than Chikadze. More active landing strikes, better grappling stats. He's outstruck his opponents with 1.05 strikes per minute, minus 275. I'm going to take the young guy that hits hard, obviously, here. I know it's a simple prediction, but that's big guy, hits hard, better grappler too than Chikadze, stronger, built like a fire hydrant. Vallejos is the pick.
Yeah, I think the grappling is a nice extra bit to add in there, but also just like in general, Giga needs you to fight him at his range, right? Like he needs to be at distance. He needs to not be fighting in a phone booth. And like Vallejos doesn't take a step backwards and forces you to fight in a phone booth, right? Like that. Yeah. I mean, every single one of his fights, that's what he's done. Even when he was getting beat by Gian Silva, he was like, let's mix this up in like the most inappropriate range to fight Gian Silva. Because that's just how he fights. And so like I kind of think he's gonna crowd Giga and get in his space. If Giga does, throw a lot of kicks as he typically does, wouldn't be surprised if some of those got caught and turned into takedowns. Yeah, there's just so many advantages here for Vallejos. Like you would need like a really nicely timed kick or like a vintage performance from the 37-year-old Giga. So I'll take Vallejos instead.
All right, Vallejos is the pick. Now we're to our main event, flyweight main event, 5-minute rounds. Brandon Royval, United States. Manel Kape from Portugal. That's just that 5-minute rounds. We talked about the American first Royval, Raw Dog, 17-8. 4 you still like that nickname still, right?
It's still funny.
17-8, 4 knockouts, 9 submissions. He's been knocked out once, submitted once. He is durable. 7-4 in the UFC. He's won 2 of 3 and 5 of 7. He did lose his last bout though. He was formerly LFA champion. He used to fight at 135. 2012 pro MMA debut. 4 inches taller than Kape. More active landing strikes and better grappling than Kape. He's outstruck his opponents with 1.32 strikes per minute, plus 250. And Starboy, Kape, 22-7, 14 knockouts, 5 submissions. He's been knocked out. Submitted twice, never knocked out. 6-3 in the UFC. He's won 2 straight and 6 of 7. Past 2 wins, both via TKO. He's missed weight before at 125. He was formerly Ryzen champion and a regional champ. Used to fight at 135 as well. 2012 pro MMA debut. A year younger than Royval, better striking stats. He's outstruck his opponents by 0.99 strikes per minute, minus 257. Gumby, wrap it up.
Raw Dog.
Oh,
I'm going Royval to end the year here. In the last fight of 2025, I like Brandon Royval. I know he lost that last fight to Joshua Van, champion Joshua Van, we might add.
Yeah.
But like, he took Joshua Van's best shots, every single one of them, and he outlanded Joshua Van in that fight. He landed 215 punches. I don't see Manel Kape being able to push that kind of pace for 25 minutes, right? Like the question of who can keep up a crazy pace and be a good boxer for 25 minutes. I mean, it's got to land on Royval's shoulders, right? Like that's Royval's path to victory here. On top of that, Royval's never been knocked out. Never in his whole career. He's got 1 TKO loss, and it's because he dislocated his shoulder in the process of rolling with Brandon Moreno. He's coming off the wins. If you don't count the loss to Van, he's coming off the wins over Tyra and Brandon Moreno. Back-to-back wins over Brandon Moreno and Tetsuro Tyra. Tyra might get the next title shot, and he's got a recent loss to Raw Dog. And it's like pace, pressure, racks up the strikes. And like, what is beaten Royval in the past? I mean, go back and look at any of his losses, with the exception of Van again, who somehow put on a 200 plus punch pace. Outside of that one, who's beating him? It's wrestlers. It's guys who can take him down and force him to grapple, right? It's Pantoja. It's guys of that kin. Kape's got 3 takedowns in his whole UFC career. He's fought 8 times in his UFC career? He's got 3 takedowns. It's not like he's going to bring that kind of game. Kape thinks he's going to knock out Royval, and he's never been knocked out. And if that's the case, is Kape going to realize that, that he finally has to shoot a takedown? Is he going to realize that in the 3rd round when it's too late? I kind of think so. I kind of think Royval just beats him up. Also wouldn't be surprised if Royval hurt him. Because Royval has a way of hurting fighters that you sort of surprised when he does. I mean, like, he hurt Kai Kara France, had him wobbly, jumped on his neck. And he's done that to more than one fighter. So, I kind of like Raw Dog here, especially at plus 250.
Yeah, I can't get on Royval. It's definitely a good argument, though. I think I have more faith in Kape striking and power. everyone's never been knocked out until they actually get knocked out. So I'm not saying he's going to do it this week, but I'm definitely not getting in on him at minus 257 though. Like you said, it's far closer than that. Royval is being given a short shrift here for sure, but I'm still taking Kape, more explosive striker, and this is going to be a striking battle here. He basically loses to the Mokayevs of the world that can actually wrestle him. So, all right, we differed a bit on this here card. He's got Royval, I got Kape. We both have Vallejos. We both have Oleksiejczuk. He's got Charrière. I have Costa. Both have Buchecha. He has green. I have Gibson. All right, time for locks, dogs, props, and some kind of Hungry Man Jong coming up. Do you think
You're
it's
first?
Me?
Yeah, you're first.
Okay. I'm going with Cezary, Oleksiejczuk, and it's higher number than I would like for a lock, minus 194. But I was thinking Asplin, but his number is even higher. So I'll take Oleksiejczuk.
Yeah, I contemplated Asplin. I contemplated Pat, but I'm Cezary Oleksiejczuk as well this week.
Okay.
That's the best looking favorite line out there right now.
Yeah, there's not a heck of a lot of favorite lines that are that great. For my dog, I'm taking Jamie Lynn Horth in the opener. We talked about that on yesterday's show if you haven't heard already, but we expect her to grind out a victory plus 138.
I'm gonna take Royval. Of all of the underdogs, man, I think his value is just through the roof. Plus two. What'd you say? Plus
250.
250 is crazy
for
a guy who just beat Titsura Tyra and Brandon Moreno. I like him a lot here.
All right, for my prop, I'm taking the guy with a clear path to victory. Buchecha via submission, plus 240.
I had that
240 for some reason.
It's a possibility.
Yeah, crazy. So I will definitely take a stab at that.
I'm gonna go with one of the favorites of the Discord. I'm gonna take a heavyweight over. I'm gonna take Asplund and Sharaf over 1.5 rounds. So that means we gotta get to the 7.5 minute mark. As I mentioned, Asplund's a guy who just kind of beats people with pace and finishes them a little bit later. Right now, you can get over 1.5 rounds, 7.5 minutes into the fight, plus 152. You don't even have to get in outside. So, I like Asplund and Sharaf over 1.5 rounds.
We haven't had a sloppy heavies over for a while. We haven't. That used to be a common thing in the Discord.
Yeah.
All right.
That's where we made friends with Stephen Asplund too. By the way, I think we called it a sloppy fatties over, and he was like, "I'm not that sloppy anymore. I'm not that fat anymore. I'm much skinnier now."
That's true. Oleksiejczuk locks, Royval, Horth dogs, Asplund, Sharaf over 1.5, Buchecha via submission. Heavyweights are our props. All right, Hungry Man Jong something. What is it?
So I'm going to go just parlay, but I'm going to go with a bomb for the end of the year here for you guys. So our lock of the week was Cezary Oleksiejczuk rather.
Mm-hmm.
I like his submission prop. I know he's only got 2 subs in his career, but there's no reason for him to be mixing it up on the feet with César Almeida. He's got really good submissions when he is on the ground. I like his double leg. His sub prop right now is plus 850 fighting a kickboxer.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're doing there, so I'm going to put that in there. And the other one I'm going to put, I know you're not going to like this one because it's against one of your girls, but I'm going to take Amanda Lemos by knockout too. Amanda Lemos hits so damn hard. The longer that fight stays on the feet, the more in danger Jillian Robertson is, and I think a lot of it happens on the feet. The KO prop right now for Amanda Lemos, plus 680. Which I didn't expect either. Love the size of those props just on their own, but you put them together and you're going to get plus 7310.
Wow. Is that the biggest one we've ever had?
I don't think so, but it's up there. And it's definitely going to be the biggest one we ever hit. So
yes, there you go. All right. Oleksiejczuk sub Lemos knockout. Boom. That is a big 2-legged parlay for sure. All right. We'll be in Discord chatting about these fights and much more. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Discord. MMA Gambling Podcast on the old YouTube, Twitter, SGPN MMA, at Gummy Vreeland, at Jeff Fox Writer, on Instagram. Money MMA is my Substack. Enter my free UFC Pick'em contest there. So moneymma.substack.com. Gumby interviewed 3 people from this here fight card on Top Turtle. And who are the 3 people?
Stephen Asplund, Jamie Lynn Horth, and Morgan Charrière.
So listen to that today, and you check all their stuff out at sportsgamblingpodcast.com, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/store, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Patreon for bonus content. We're gone till Sunday after Gumby bids you farewell.
All right, I'm David Gumby Vreeland. He's Jeff Cheeks Fox, and we will see you on Sunday.